Scott, can I grab you please, buddy? Can I get you here, facing the camera, back control? Okay, so hooks, seatbelt grip. The reason it's called a seatbelt, obvious reasons, it's called like a seatbelt, but the second thing about it is the choke hand is what I'm trying to protect. So if my choke hand is holding, if my choke hand is holding the other hand, it's easy for him to attack it and to pry it off. Where if this hand's protecting the choke hand, it's hard for him to pry it off because it's locked into position. So I don't want to have it this way, where it's easy for him to get the control. So pretend it's like a seatbelt, have the seatbelt goes click and goes into the seatbelt. Number two is if my elbow is over his shoulder, if I'm over, he's got room to move left and right and up and down. So to pull him in, I put my elbow backwards and put my partner's chest, also my chest to my partner's back. So what I see a lot of people do from here is they go to get the choke and they're leaning forward, but there's a lot of space between my shoulder and his back, and this allows him to move. So first thing is we're going to start in this position. I'll put the seatbelt in and I'll fasten the seatbelt. And we're just going to get up hard, try and move left and right and up and down. You're going to find that I've got this really exceptional control as long as I kind of keep my chest to his back. So really nice control system. Right. So, one more time. So, open the clasp, put the seatbelt in, hold it, pull it backwards, open here. 1, 2, 3. As that, Scott. So it's really important once again that on the seatbelt grip, so the hand that comes over goes into the clasp and I lock it over. I'll pull my elbow backwards and I put my chin into position. And what I'm trying to do is I don't want to bring my hands to the front where she gets easy access to arm bars and things. I'm trying to pull my hands through to the armpit. Yeah. So as Emma tries to hand fight, I can put my hand through and I can get my choke. Super easy. So the seatbelt grip. Number one is I'm trying to pull my elbow backwards and put my chin in, and I'm trying to put the hands here where it's open and she gets access to the elbow. I'm trying to pull the hands in here so that I'm kind of almost going to the choke position. As she goes to defend the choke, I hand fight, I get the choke. The two things I've worked out from the choke is if I grab Emma's shoulder, if Emma, to do the choke, if Emma moves left or right, my hand goes with her. So what I worked out is if I grab my shoulder, she moves left or right, it's locked in. So for me, it's much better to grab my shoulder and I can pinch my trap and I get a better choke. And now, if I simply start to crunch, I get the choke. So instead of trying to pull the choke backwards and give a space to move the chin left, right, up and down, right? And especially, I won't do it, but you know those people that dig their chin in to try and defend the choke? If I just start to crunch, it's going to pretty much break their jaw, dislocate their jaw. So for me, and you know, like on the mats here, you know, it's not that necessary, but in a tournament, it's not the correct way to defend a choke by putting your jaw down, because if you do that, I'm just going to go straight through your jaw. And like, it'll hurt my arm, but nowhere near as much as it's going to hurt your jaw. Okay, so first of all, get your clasp. The seatbelt goes in. My elbow goes backwards, my chin comes in to put her into position. Set the choke up. When she's hand fighting, I shoot like my hand through, palm it down, get hold of mine, and I keep a grip. So if I can, I'm trying to hold this arm as well. So that the arm that she's trying to defend is the wrong side, and squeeze. If she does put this hand onto this side of the hand, from here, it's really hard to pry it off because the angle that she's using, the biomechanics of the arm is really wrong. It's a short distance where she wants the longer distance. But if she pulls the elbow, she's almost pulling the elbow into the choke position for me. How'd that feel?
Yep.
Okay, so the three things: clasp, don't go forwards, backwards, and chin. That'll help hold it. So I can use my head to manipulate her. Pull my hand in, hand fight, grab your, then it's a crunch in, it's not a pull back. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So one of the things that for me is normally when I go straight to the back choke, once again is my partner has the ability to move slide the shoulders left, right, up and down. So the seatbelt grip minimises a lot of this from here. Let's just say that Emma's pretty savvy and she uses her right hand to start to defend the choke. Right, so so the top hand's a choke hand. So as she starts to pull the choke hand away, I parry, come over, and I'll take the shoulder. Because I'm already under it with the seatbelt grip, I have the grips. You may or may not get this. Just so you know, if I get my heel over, this is jammed, this is so good. So I'm going to go to like a shoulder control armbar instead. If I don't get it, I'm going to make sure that from here, I'm dropping her into the valley. So I create a space, I do a small hip escape and I push it into the valley, and that will allow my leg to come over. The part that I see people make a mistake is they throw the leg over and she'll keep going, go the other way, and she'll compress it, and I'll get to this stupid where I'm compressed up and I can't, come on, So the reason being is that once we're here, right, block the face so she can't roll towards me. Hip escape to create a valley and push. So now that's easier for my leg to come over, and also the arms go into extension. Where before I'm kind of pulling it onto me, her arms bent. So it's harder to armbar a bent arm. And even if I do get this over, it's not a really good armbar. She's got a lot of escapes from there. So for me, once again is the choke, the punch in the face. I've had a few of them today. Dan Lucy kicked her in the head really good. Okay, so the choke, and she's savvy, so she and defend it. So I kind of go resist, go with it, fold it. So I get this one, I go to the shoulder crunch armbar, so it's exactly the same thing, and come over. If I don't get it from here, I do the hip escape, drop her into the valley, and come back. Now she might keep her hands together, that's okay. So from here, just a little drill. First, I'm going to try and armbar. She goes, no way, no. From here. As she sits up, pull the arm down, switch, and I'm straight back to my choke, but she can't defend it because she's been defending the armbar, so both hands are committed nice and low. So do the first part. I know it's long. Everyone's yawning, everyone's got that winky thing, and it's okay. We only got in at 1 o'clock this morning, and I was swimming at
6 a.m.
no, 20 to 6 in the morning swimming. Man, come from about 40 degrees in Hong Kong and Japan down to this stupid blown out ocean. I was looking at the swell like, man, that's all. Okay, so back to it. Okay. Seatbelt, she catches her hand, and to get she pulls away. So I go like, no, then go with it. So that kind of gets a drawing factor that allows the hand to come away from the body. Yep, okay. So from here, block it out. Hip escape 1, 2, put her into the valley. I do like to spider web or V my legs. This keeps them separated. You've got to keep them separated. And as she holds, just like the old gym. Hook. Pull the arm, bump. Disengage, over, choke. You'll never get your shoulder, you don't have to. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
There was a lot going on.
Closing my back and chop. And the same thing, guys, is I get the seatbelt grip, and 9 out of 10 times, just so you know, if I'm choking with this way, you want to turn that way and slide out over here. So you're sliding out of the choke. Does that kind of make sense? Where if you look this way, you're allowing me to do the choke. So if I'm here and I kind of go, look, I'm going to get the choke. One of the things I want to do is I want to put my hook here. So I know Chloe has to go that way, so she starts to move that way. I'm forcing her to go into the choke. So it's kind of like I'm going seatbelt grip. I'm going to go seatbelt grip, hook and lift. And then this is the weirdest thing, two things happen. She either kind of goes, depends on their level. I need to get rid of the hook to get like the escape. So she's going to start to push the leg down or what. And now this sets up my armbar because we're in the position to do the armbar. Or I'm in the choke position and she doesn't deal with that, allows me to roll over and I can now get the choke. And now it just come out on the side. So if we're here and I have the kick over, for her to put her back on the ground, keep your back on the ground. It's really hard because in just that control. It's such a shit thing, such a simple thing, but it just controls you so much. Ricardo, grab you. There is a size difference. Obviously, Ricardo's legs are the size of my body, so it would be a leverage point, not a muscular point. And this is really important that we understand levers, not muscular, or not like trying to outstretch Ricardo. Okay. So what's going is we go here, sit up grip, and I'll go straight, and I'm trying to go underneath, and I'm trying to extend the lever. And now it rolls back on the ground. And that gives me the upgrade and the head arm choke. So even if he gets out of the hook, you have to give him out because you have to clear it so I get the upgrade to the mount position. So it's one of those things like the only way he's going to get rid of it is to keep that leg straight, which means I get the step over straight onto mount. So it's a really cool thing, but I'm going to keep playing him on the side. It's a really interesting kind of play from here. Scott, go here. Long legs are always an issue. I hate long legs. Not you, Scott, I like you, but long legs. So I find from here, I go here, and what I try and do is this time, I try and kick and cross. Thank you. And it just puts me in the perfect position. Okay. Hello. 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 So such a good little play. You know, it becomes this whole thing where the battle becomes the legs, which frees my hands up to be able to start to manipulate, you know, or upgrade the position. Okay, so from here, it's choke and hook. Got it? So not choke to choke, because this is really good for him. So choke, hook, kick it, lift it. Let's play the game. Now, what I said to you, long legs, I cross under, and I'm here. So I kick the squeeze, so all my weight's on the back hip now. Where otherwise it's on the leg. So if I lose this, I go to this. 1, 2, 3. How's that? It's really annoying, hey?
You forget about your heart, like.
Yeah, yeah. On an armbar, so Chloe's got her knee right on me. It's okay, I'm tough. Ah, look. You know, so we're in this position here, right? And Chloe may or may not kick a leg irrelevant. We're here. I'm like, no. It's like this, holy shit, this guy's stubborn. Okay, this leg comes off my head. You pull my elbow down to the ground as hard as you can. Boom, yeah, and now, this is the issue. See how this leg's not ready? Of course, it's underneath the body. Okay, so you use this to pull yourself up, but you put your hook underneath my leg from here. Boom, right, so now, you've got the, I can't turn, and now you've got the ability to go to choke either left or right. Does that kind of make sense? So again, so there. If we're in that armbar position, but this time the leg's over, this is a better position for you, believe it or not. It's it. And we're fighting the armbar. She's like, no, I'm like, ha. So in one motion, leg comes off, and she pulls the elbow backwards. Now, this is key. She slides behind me. Just, yeah, so I was rescued, and now I'm like, I know how to get out of this. I want to start to move. So she goes, hook, I'm like, so you guys want to start on the armbar from the side and just do exactly what we did off the back control to the armbar. It's exactly the same system. So anytime that we're in the armbar and the hands are together, it's a back take. Just to prove up, can you jump inside my car? So let's just say hypothetically, I do a guard armbar and Chloe catches her arms together. I'm like, oh man, I take the leg off the head, I drag the arm, and I'm in back control. So guard, side control, back control. If the arms are together, it's a back take. We'll just have to move the body around it. Okay, we'll do the side control armbar. 1, 2, 3. Cool.